Hey, it's Ed here. Today I'm going to talk about suicide. It's December, and many experts think that suicide rates increase during the holidays, and they don't have their family around, or they're missing a loved one. The experts kind of disagree on this, whether it goes up or it's normal. But one thing that is true is more Americans are dying every single day from suicide. Currently, it's 123 Americans take their life every single day. It's now the 10th leading cause of death in the United States. And the Wall Street Journal just came out with an article last month that talked about, for the first time ever, life expectancy in the United States has decreased. And that's due to two things: suicide and addiction. And we've talked about the death rate for addiction, but imagine this: there's 72,000 Americans die every day from a drug overdose, and then there's 44,000 Americans die every year from suicide. 197 people die from addiction every day. 123 people die from suicide. And I bet if you look at the numbers, there's a correlation. There is, those are overlapping numbers. But there's a interesting thing that happens, and they call it the Werther effect. And it was based on a book. It's called The Sorrows of Young Werther, and it was published in 1774. And everywhere this book was released, they saw a spike in suicide. And they've studied this, and they did see a spike. And what it's based on is people see that this is a solution. Oh, this young Werther, he found a solution to the problem that he was struggling with, and that is taking their own life. And suicide is a permanent solution for a temporary problem. But unfortunately, when you're in the midst of despair, you don't see it as a temporary problem. And they were concerned about the Netflix series called 13 Reasons Why, for the same reasons as the Werther effect. They were concerned that suicides would spike, and I haven't seen the numbers yet, so I don't know if it did or didn't, and maybe too early to tell. But they do have a disclaimer in the beginning, suicide hotline and information about suicide and resources. And the thing that we need to do is we need to give people better tools to deal with their depression and the struggles that they're going through. And until we do that, we're going to continue to see this number rise. And we certainly don't want to see this Werther effect in the United States, where people see somebody commit suicide and it's on the news, and now they say, well, geez, that's a solution. It's not the solution. We can't publicize these suicides, but we do need to get awareness out. So it's like this conflict. We need to tell people about the news, but we don't want to tell people about the news when it's suicide, because it causes the Werther effect. I don't know that it is causing that, but we certainly need to be aware of that. But we need to publicize all of the tools that are out there, the access, the website for suicide prevention, the hotlines, 911, all of the tools need to be available, and they need to be everywhere. When someone is in that moment of despair, they need to be able to reach out instantly and get in contact with someone who's going to be there for them, walk them through it so they don't take their own life, and that they get the help that they need.